And what's up YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm opening up the P1 Lego here from my brother-in-law as he got it for my birthday. And we're gonna just get right into it and open this up and see how it looks. I got my son here to help open it up, so he's gonna pull the cover off. And you got this nice picture of the P1 from an aerial point of view here, and I think you can flip it open. And it shows, yeah, kind of cool that it turns into the Lego format, just like that. So it's pretty cool to see. And I got some side pictures of the P1 here and the Lego version there. So yeah, we're gonna get into this, and I'll do like what I did with the previous one, and then we'll just kind of show after step by steps how they look like. So we'll go from there. All right, and this is how it's looking like after a few bags into the first box. They call this the exhaust and rear suspension, and I'll just show a little blurb of the manual here. You can take a pause and read if you like. Yeah, so you can see the diffuser, the central exhaust, as well as the gold colored parts of the exhaust there, and the suspension. So yeah, this is basically how it looks after the first few bags, and we'll continue on with the build. So the next section is complete. It's the 7-speed gearbox and the V8 engine. So yeah, as you can see, if I dial this, you can see the pistons moving in here, and you got the various gears moving in there. And so yeah, just a lot of gears. As I flip this over, you can kind of see down here all the various gears. So yeah, a lot of parts, a lot of moving parts. Hard to show it all right now, but it'll all kind of come together as it goes. In terms of this section, the booklet just kind of talks about the gearbox and the engine. So I'll just show that here. You can pause and take a read of that. And yeah, that's basically it for that section. We'll move on to the next part. All right, so we got a few more bags done. And as you can see, it's focused more on the interior. So we got the seats in there. We got the kind of control panel or like a screen there along with the dash. And we have the paddle shifters that actually shift the gears when you press them. So you can see things move when I hit the shifter. So that's really cool to see that. So yeah, this section is the hybrid mode, E-mode interior. You can see the little blurb there, so you can pause that and read that. And in terms of the rest, yeah, it's really just starting to form the interior as well as the front here, and you can see it's pretty long. It's getting there. So yeah, we'll move on to the next section. All right, so I got the first booklet done, and this section was the door mechanism inside. So you can't really see a whole lot from the previous section. We do see some of the sides here, as well as this whole mechanism in this area here. I don't even know exactly how it works. I do see some movement here, but somehow it's all connected. So I think when the next steps follow through, you'll see more of it and be able to open up properly. But this is the end of this first book, and we'll move on to the second book. If I have to show a little blurb in the booklet here, so you can pause it and read this part. So the car is coming along, and you can see this section was called the front suspension and steering, but you can also see the roof is come together. You got the roof scoop there, and also the dash. A lot of it's come together now, so you can kind of see more of that there. And the steering also works, so I can turn it. You can see it go back and forth. So it's coming along. So here's a blurb talking about this section. You can take a pause and take a read of that. It mentions the P1 suspension being able to be lowered. I don't know if this will have that, as past Technic models typically aren't as slammed, but it'd be nice to see it slammed in race mode. So I'll just have to reserve judgment until things kind of come together, and we'll see as it goes along. So we'll move on to the next part. All right, so the front hood and headlight section is now complete. So you can open up the hood like so. And they even have a little hood stand for it, so you can come up like this and have it rest and support the hood. So yeah, there's that, and you can see, I guess it's the frunk. Got the headlights here. It's all kind of coming together now on the front. We got the front splitter there and a side profile. It's coming along, so you can see how big this car is. It's coming along. The doors will be next, but here's the blurb for the front hood and headlight section, so you can take a pause and read of that. And we'll move on to the next part. And the next section is complete. So this is the butterfly doors section, and as you can see, you open them up. they'll stay up like that, so that's pretty cool. So there's a front view of it. I'll do a side shot of it in a sec. And there's a side profile of it. And here's the blurb, so you can pause and take a read of that. And we'll move on to the next section. All right, and so the car is finally completed. The last section was the rear clam and spoiler. And so as I showed before, the spoiler gets activated by turning this dial here. So I can activate it into race mode. Definitely looks cooler having that up. Yeah, it would be nice to have the car slammed a bit more. I mean, they always have the suspension that can drop down, so it would have been cool to have something like that look. But it's all right, it still looks cool. There's the back view. You got the center exhaust there with the taillights. The wheels are all on, with the brake calipers down there at the front. And we have the doors that go up as shown previously. Let me get a front shot of that. And there's the front view. We got the frunk that opens up, and it comes with a little luggage bag here. It goes right into the little slot there. Yeah, there is a thing to actually hold the frunk lid open. So we got that. So that's nice little details like that. Before I go into it further, I'll show the blurb on the rear clam and spoilers. You can take a pause and read that. And we have the little plaque that comes with it. So they started doing this with the Ferrari last time. And so we have this that shows all the little details on the P1. And so yeah, it was a fun build. Nice to have this one in the collection with the other 4 that I already have. And so we'll add this to the display case. I'll show that afterwards. And that's it for the build. Yeah, in terms of the quality, it's a great Lego quality as usual. Of course, compared to the Mattel ones, you do have the Technic holes. But it feels like it's a lot less than some of the other models, so it's actually not too bad looking, especially with the yellow, kind of orangey yellow paint or color. It just, it would seem to pop a little bit more, but thankfully there's not too many holes. And it looks great, so yeah, glad to have this one in the collection again, and we'll just show it with the rest of them, and that will be it. And before I put it into the cabinet, it's showing the underbody of the P1, so it's cool to see all the different parts and all the gears that you normally wouldn't see, as it's all sitting on the bottom here, but just to show you just how intricate all the things are. And yeah, as I showed previously with the paddle shifters, they all work. So it's just cool to see how it all kind of connects from the bottom. All right, so it's in the garage now, and as you can see, they're getting longer and longer each time, so I'm not able to fit it in perfectly, so I had to angle it by propping it up on some Lego pieces. I added the McLaren Speed Champions in there, so you got those. And yeah, same issue with the Daytona last time was it's just too long, so I propped that one up as well. The Lambo was a little bit longer, I was able to still angle that one in, so we're good there. Whereas the 911 and the Bugatti, they were fitting okay, so those are all there. So yeah, that's the collection. We got those 4 plus now the new P1, and so we got all 5 of them there. Had to kind of shift things around to get them all fit eventually. Yeah, when other new ones come out, I guess they'll be taking over those spots. But yeah, shout out to my brother-in-law. He's always getting me all these. Yeah, all these big Lego ones are all from him. So yeah, just an awesome brother-in-law to have, and just cool to see all these coming together. And so yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.